This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
Yo, what is up, 24/7 Buff Fandemonium? It's your boy Swank, right here live on a Tuesday night, and I got a surprise in-studio guest. Oh my God, I'm just bursting at the seams. We got Buffalo Bills news. We are finally getting to doing that leap of faith drawing, getting all the people that entered. Thank you so much. We raised over $1,000. I'm going to let Scott tell you all about that, but we're really excited. We're going to give away some really cool stuff tonight, finally. And we're going to do our first round mock draft. All 32 teams. We want your input, all of your questions, all of your comments, all of your beers. Hit that intro. We'll be right back. What is up? Here we are. It's Tuesday, my favorite day of the week. I got my boy right here. I'm a twin too, guys. FLX Mafia in the house. Of course, I am Swank, your host. So stoked to be here. Got Scott in studio. Scott, what is up, buddy?
What's up, Swank? Good to be here. A little bit of a different setup, but I like this mic. It sounds better. I have to better up my mic game for sure.
Better it up.
Glad to be here. 24/7 Buff Fandemonium, FLX Mafia, Buff fan base, our partner over there that we run all this through. Hit us up on Twitter, guys, YouTube. We're all over the place. Listen up. We're doing a 32 team mock draft today. All 32 teams, first round. We want you guys to join us because we will take some of the picks that you guys think the team should get and throw them up on there and see what's left for us at 27. I can't wait to see it.
Ooh, I can't wait. And if you're looking right below Scott and myself, we got the twin terror, Mr. Jared Reed. What is up? Doing the robot for some reason. What is up, buddy?
What's up, Swank? What's up, Scott? I wish I was there with you. What's up,
us too, buddy?
Buff Fandemonium? What's up, Bills Mafia? What's up, FLX Mafia? Just sitting here between Seneca and Cupid Lake, enjoying a nice beer from Genesee Brewery, and gonna talk football with you guys. And I got a special shirt on today too.
Yeah, buddy. Very topical.
Some news about that, man.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into it. I'm going to let you talk all about it here in a minute. Once I say hi to all the Fandemonium out here that's chiming in, we got our resident expert, Mr. Rob Mullen. We got Patrick Hughes. We got John Johns. We got Josh Cook. And to keep it in the family, we also got Lonnie Cook.
Right on.
We got Joshua Williams, Keely Smith. We got Kelsey Napton. What is up? I think you are a new name. Appreciate you being here.
Love the new names. Welcome, Kelsey.
Yeah. Tell Everett Mrs. Compton says hi.
Must be a teacher.
There you go.
Oh,
There's
there
a
you
teacher.
go.
Nice.
I will.
We got Chaz. What is up, Chaz? How are you, man? Thanks for stopping in.
Love to see these names. up there.
Man, we're super excited to be here tonight. I'm glad that we get to change it up. We have one show after this coming up before the draft spectacular. I think we can announce that, right?
Yep.
K-Gun will be hosting 24/7 Buff Fandemoniums, the fan base, everybody. It's going to be a draft spectacular, and I am sorry to say I'm going to miss it. So I crash course my boy Scooter Magooter over here in a little bit of streaming 101, and he's going to take care of you guys. Lots of cool guests, good stuff. It's my anniversary, 4 years, man.
Yeah, can't miss it.
And I'm not going to miss that for the life of me, but I'll be there in spirit.
I mean,
So-
I used to host Sunday sessions, so I have some experience in the hosting business.
Yeah, but we call those the dark years, right?
We call those the dark years. Yep. Swank's in control now of the program. But I can't wait to have you guys join us. It's going to be the full 4 or 5 hours, however long it takes. We're going to be talking the whole time while these other players are being drafted by other teams. And then obviously we can all celebrate together when the Bills draft theirs at 27 or maybe higher. Who knows?
Ooh, maybe higher. We got Dr. Bruce chiming in saying, "Go Bills, got my 24/7 Buff Fandemonium shirt today. Awesome stuff." Sweet, man. Thank you so much. Don't forget that you can hook up yourself with all sorts of merch. We just put onesies up for sale. We got some FLX Mafia onesies. We got the original logo onesies, but we got t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, tote bags, all sorts of stuff. Go over to our bonfire or go to 24/7 buffandemonium.com /merch.
Yep.
And you can get hooked up. And there's also a code. I'm gonna have to remember what that is because I can't remember.
For watching the show?
If you're watching the show, yeah.
K-Gun Report.
K-Gun Report, all caps. Hit it up and you get 5% off. That'll help you with the shipping. Chaz says, "Will there be a party this summer?" Hell yeah, Chaz, there's going to be a party. Our 3rd annual Rager, regular season Rager, will be held at Reinvention Brewing in Shortsville, the same place as last year, and it's going to be bigger and better. We're actually starting to plan that right now, so we're hoping that Mr. Mark Maddox, he's expressed some interest in coming back up this summer, so hopefully, or fall, I guess it's fall then.
Fall.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're going to try and get that all hooked up again, and all of our superfan friends, of course, please come out, hang out, have some beers. We're going to try and make it bigger, badder. Maybe get a little 24/7, a little 26 shirts, a little Buff fan base inclusion here. We're going to see how that all works out, but absolutely, everybody come down. $5 goes towards a charity. Then we're going to go help one again.
Foundation,
we're going
yep.
help one again. Help out our main man, Mr. Mark Maddox. And who knows? Maybe we get a couple of these other guys that have been on the show coming and hanging out and taking pictures and kissing babies. You know what I mean?
And we could tell you the save the date. We could tell you that right now. It's Labor Day weekend. It's
Labor
that
Day
Saturday.
weekend. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
September 2nd.
Yep.
Patrick Hughes says, "Josh not only said that he's focused on this season, but also sounds ready." Yes. So some news that we have. We got some off-season workouts, non-mandatory, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think it's mandatory.
Yeah, and I think it's just a show of good faith. You come in, you hit a meeting. The coaches aren't allowed to go into the weight room with you or on the field with you. The trainer, whatever. Nobody's allowed to really even interact with you. You come in and lift some weights and
Do some
that's
press
about it.
conferences.
do some press conferences.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I think the biggest news, rumored, our boy Josh might be a single man. Is that the biggest news?
I think for a lot of people it is. Twitter world's loving it.
if you don't follow Mafia Babes, go and follow them on Twitter and all that stuff. They have some insight, and they're pretty confident that it's all a bunch of rumors being spread. And of course, everyone wants to let that set on fire and catch fire and take off. I don't believe it until I see it, but Mafia Babe said it wasn't true, so I believe them.
Yeah, I also don't care. I don't know. I don't care who the man dates. She seems fine, I don't know. So
Isn't that it's like we all try to get in everybody's business. At the end of the day, let her do what she needs to do, let him do what he needs to do. It's not like they're getting phone calls out for domestic violence or anything like that. Like it seems like it's gonna be something that's civil and talked about at like a nice breakup if that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And just keep rooting on Josh Allen. Just because he's single doesn't make him a different person.
Man,
Exactly.
Whatever. I think single Josh Allen would be fun anyway, but doesn't matter. The beautiful Ellen Lart says, God help us if Rager 2023 is any more fun than last year. Moonshine for days. That's all I got to say about that.
It was a blast last year. We had a big turnout. A lot of money went to the donation to Help One Foundation. A lot of beer drank. We had a taco truck there, a food truck that did well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a well-rounded party, very successful. And I told my wife, I was like, if it's anything like it was last year, it's a success.
Yeah.
So we're excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, last year, the first year introduction, dipping our toe in, it was so great. And our boy Josh Cook hooked us up. And it really gave us a ton of ideas moving forward. And we were able to make a lot of great relationships and kind of build it into what it was last year. And we were really excited about the turnout and the good time that everybody had. So we're going to try and make it bigger, better, badder. If you guys got any ideas, you can hit us up either on the website or on Messenger, any of that stuff. Let us know what you think and what you want to see and what you want to do. And no Josh Allen kissing booths. I'm sorry. The best we could do is a Jared Reed kissing booth, I think.
It's my ass. We have a taker already. Jeez, that was quick.
All right. So in serious news, people reported, Jared, you're wearing the shirt. What's up? Tell them about it.
Scary thing happened last year. This man, we didn't know or even think that it would be possible that he ever played a game again. And he's been doing the right thing, seeing the right people, following the right guidance of doctors who know what they're talking about. And he was released and he was practicing with the other guys today. So running around, smile on his face. DeMar Hamlin's out there playing football again. And it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. As a parent, it scares the shit out of me. And I think it does for a lot of parents. If it's something that almost ended in a tragedy, it's like, can you stay away from it now, son? But he's his own man. He makes his own decisions. And I'm sure he had that conversation with all his loved ones. And he's pushing forward, and you can't help but cheer for the guy.
And by no means necessary is he out of any danger. I mean, chest compressions and heart damage, it comes with territory. So he got released to go ahead and work out with the team. When it comes to contact and all that stuff, we don't know what that means. But for now, it's good news. Let him work out with his teammates, get acclimated to the game again, because he wasn't pushing himself that hard while he was working up to where he is now. So, like I said, he's not out of danger yet, but not out of woods, but making progress, and that's what we love to hear.
Absolutely. I mean, who would have thought after, that night, being there watching him that night, not knowing what was going on, assuming that he was dead for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
That's where it went. And he did. He had to get brought back, and the way it brought not only the football community together, but literally the country and the world. He is an iconic figure that has gone through this great thing. Not great thing, but it ended up being great, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now he could play football again, dude. Did anybody think when we were watching that game that this dude would be suiting up and playing or doing any sort of football activity this year?
Nope.
It's pretty insane. And big up to our dude DeMar, man. It's amazing, and I'm so happy for him. Let's see. Josh Cook for DeMar, but the biggest news of the week is my man Caveman Klein has returned.
Josh Cook must have our itinerary for what we're going to talk about in which order.
Dude, you just segued the shit out of that. That was amazing.
It's a good segue, and it's a good player to bring back. I mean, we've got to get out of the habit of being upset with people that are going to be bringing back consistency. He may have not been the best linebacker in the league, but he's consistent. He comes in and does his job, special teams, a good backup, and he may see more playing time this year. Guy that already knows the system. We call him Caveman Klein because I see ball, I get ball. He sacked Russell Wilson 2 years ago, killed him. I mean, the guy knows how to find a quarterback. He knows how to stop the run. Doesn't have the height, the speed, and the sideline that Tremaine Edmonds has, but he's a wonderful depth player. And like I said, he knows that defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like, is there a player on this roster in the history of this team, as far as we're concerned, that went from being like one of the biggest jokes, like, you know, like one of the like the biggest just underlying kind of like, oh my God, why is this guy out here, to being like, holy shit, this dude's a brute. Like, it was 2 games.
Yep.
Like literally 2 games. And all of a sudden we were like, oh wow, he's amazing. You know, it's funny. Jared, I credit you for this, man. You always say, if you join the colors, like we're with you regardless, you know. And he's like one of those dudes. It's like, that's how quick a player can change. Like literally week to week. It's a week to week league, and he found a way to be important and to make an impact. That Seattle game was nuts.
Yep. Tackles in the backfield, sacks. He does it all. He does it all.
That first game he played in, that he filled in when there was Tremaine's injury, I think. He struggled a little bit. So as a fan, as anybody would say, oh, here we go. You know, gosh, what's this guy going to do there? And then the very next game, he comes back like a bat out of hell. And he's coming downhill. He's taking on guards and tackles, hitting running backs, sacking Wilson, like big time. Like it was
like a caveman.
Hit. It wasn't even a legal hit. Right. Illegal. But yeah, I'm excited for him. I'm excited for him to come back, but I'm also excited now because of the linebackers that they have on the team right now. They got young guys back there that have a fire under their ass. So it's going to be an interesting. Klein's not necessarily MLB, middle linebacker. Yeah, number 1. You know, he's got to fight for it.
Major League Baseball, number 1.
Yeah, Major League Baseball, middle linebacker. But no, it's going to be interesting to see that. We got some talent there, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Dr. Bruce weighing in on the DeMar's topic, saying he should be fine to play. He might wear a chest protector like that worn by lacrosse players. Super interesting. If you have not yet, please go to our website and check out the blogs that Dr. Bruce is doing, that Rob Mullins is doing, that Ryan Thomas, our boy RTT, is doing. There are some really great reads that are going to get you through this offseason. And Dr. Bruce is putting out amazing content, as well as Rob and Ryan as well. But Bruce has been just putting out some really super interesting stuff, and we're really lucky to have him over there. So thanks so much for being a part of that, and go check him out. Oh, let's see. Rob Mullen, speaking of which, says Klein is a valuable backup in this system. Absolutely. We'll take healthy guys all the time.
Yep.
Renee, what's up? Go Bills. That
Welcome,
looks like
Renee.
a new name.
Hell yeah. Welcome.
Our boy Patrick Hughes says, I want players that want to be in Buffalo, as do us, man. And I don't think that's a problem anymore. We got people trying to analyze DeAndre Hopkins' smile right now. You know, I think people want to be here, and I don't think that's a problem. Joey says, Swank, the sound of the beer can open, it never gets old, my brother. I just saw the sound thing.
You guys hear that?
What's that? Hey, nice. I just saw the sound part, and I was worried because Scott and I have been here since like 5 o'clock. And since it's always something new, and if you guys watch Endless Mountain Mondays, which I swear to God we're going to be back, we just been going through this crazy spell. But it's just like every week you do something different, and you try something different, and you try to make it the same quality, but you want to push the envelope. So Scott actually came here early so that we could work out some details for the draft. And I'm like, well, yeah, let's set up the stream, because now we have 2 people live, 1 person remote, all this other stuff, and we got to route it here and there, and we're doing all this different crap. And literally it was 7:56 before it all got
Yeah.
ironed out, and we're here with you guys, and we couldn't be happier. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. So
No fastballs, just curveballs. No fastballs, just curveballs.
Josh says, just chest protector in lacrosse, man. They didn't have those when I played.
They didn't have them
Yeah,
when it
something-
originated either. There, Cookie.
Yeah, it's something they really brought back or invested in with your individuals seeing more younger children getting hurt with direct ball to chest contact, and with hockey too, and baseball. Baseball sometimes could do it with catchers.
Joey Hatch says, supposedly in an article that I read, Von Miller said DeAndre Hopkins wants to be a Buffalo Bill. How much are we putting into what Von Miller's saying about other players right now? I love Von Miller to death, and don't take that the wrong way, but this dude wants everybody, you know.
Yeah.
The way that OBJ got paid, I don't think he was ever going to be a Buffalo Bill.
he wanted to be a Buffalo Bill too. So
Yeah.
you know, it all.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players that want to be a Buffalo Bill right now. Current cap space, the Bills can afford their draft picks.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, he wants to be a Buffalo. There's a video out there saying, and there, the guy interviewing him said, with no words, I'm going to say a team and just give me your reaction. And they said the Jets, and he kind of looked away. And then they did say the Bills, and he went.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, just because we want him here too, if he wants to come, but you got to make it work somehow. And yeah, it's just sometimes doesn't happen that way.
So I was hearing an interesting thing on WGR, and if you're, I know WGR sometimes gets a bum rap, but the morning shows on WGR are amazing to me. Jeremy White's show, Howard had retired. I took a break for a while, and I didn't realize that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
either.
Howard and Jeremy in the morning. Howard retired, so it's Jeremy and Sneaky Joe DiBiase, and those two dudes, man. I could listen to them all the time. Like I really like the conversations that they have. There's a lot of hockey stuff, but now that they're cleaning out lockers and the draft is coming out, it's getting back to Bills. But they were talking a lot about what it would mean if Hopkins did come here. Are you prolonging the inevitable? Does that mean that Gabe Davis doesn't get money because DeAndre comes here? The whole thing with DeAndre, the lore, I feel like, is you can trade draft capital, which our boy Rob Mullen was talking about today. We got that extra third round pick.
Compensatory.
The compensatory.
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 Comp.
The compensatory.
Compensate.
Yeah.
Compensatory.
Compensatory.
There you go.
A compensatory. The gabagool pick. We got that extra pick. To me, Bean is still a surgeon. Bean is the man with these draft picks, right? And I want him to have as much as possible. So I think there's two schools of thought as far as like you get DeAndre, you give up draft capital, you kind of screw yourself on the cap, but you got a solid 1-2 as far as weapons go.
Well, DeAndre's not going to come here for 1 year.
No,
he's gonna play. He's gonna play out the Stephon Diggs contract. He's gonna want to stay here until he's retired. And 2 number 3 picks. I don't know. I think the Arizona Cardinals would be if they don't want him anymore. They'd be idiots not to take those 2 third rounds, even if that's what they're gonna trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's to me. I'd be so tempted because that's so cheap to me. Like 2/3 is so cheap to me to get this dude. But the other part of things, I don't want somebody that's injury prone,
right?
Again, and I think he is. I think he's heading towards the end of his career. He's not as durable as a Stephon Diggs, you know. So I don't know, but with those 2 third round picks, are you going to get somebody as good as DeAndre? You know what I mean? It's just, you know, 1 in the hand, 2 in the bush kind of thing, right? Like, Frank says he loves Jeremy and Joe. Me too, man. I like Joe and Sal too. Great show.
Bless you.
In case you were, in case you were looking, Rob put out the phonetics for compensatory.
There you go.
I don't know why I listened to you two about how to pronounce a word.
Well, you're compensating.
All just do is comp. Just say comp.
It was comp pick. Compensatory.
Dr. Bruce says if D-Hop wants to come, he needs to come for less than 10 mil, and we can give pick 27. Ooh, I don't think I want to do that. Let us know in the comments. I don't think I want to do that. You want to give up a first round for D-Hop?
No, especially when I think it's going to be used on a tackle.
Oh. Well, we'll find out in our mock draft here coming up. We got Matt Mentz.
What's up, Matt?
What's up, man? We would have to move money out somehow to sign Hopkins unless we want to be a wasteland like the Rams are now. Great point, man.
The Rams gave up everything just for one Super Bowl. That's basically what they did. And if the Bills want to move money, I think they should go after the guy that's trying to bring these guys in. Von Miller's, most of his money's being made in these first 3 years. Von, donate some of your money.
I don't think it's beyond Von. Von's already made his money. He's chasing that third ring.
Well, I know, but in his 6-year contract, $120 million, most of it's in the first 3 years. So if he wants these guys to come in now, Von should restructure his contract.
I'll tell you what, I think this year is going to be – this has to be Von's, like, swan song. This year has to be his swing for the fences, no injuries, come out. He's shown how important he is to a team. I want to see him healthy all year and go into his third year, which I believe is going to be his last year in the NFL, on his own terms, playing a healthy rotation, and maybe get two rings. I don't know.
You never know.
Now when did he get injured? Week 7 or 8 this past year?
Somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah. So he would qualify for the comeback player of the year too. So that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see here. Well, we got to get on spinning this wheel.
We got
some
topic,
stuff.
right?
We got some stuff to give away, man. Yeah. It's
This
almost
is exciting.
8:30. We could sit here talking to
Yeah,
you
you guys
all
have been
night.
crazy busy in the comments. Join us, guys. Don't stop here. When we start picking these picks, jump in and tell us who you think these teams should get, for sure. But let's start giving stuff away.
We need to give some stuff away. We've been I'm very sorry that it has taken this long to get to this point. It's kind of my fault, man. I went through some stuff, and then I was out of town for a week. But Scott, tell them about the family. Tell them about the money we raised. Tell them what's going on here.
Well, first and foremost, guys, it's the Leap of Faith donation raffle. It's something that 24/7 Buff Pandemonium, the K-Gun Report, is going to do every year. So in the beginning, we're going to take our 6-week hiatus after the season's over with, and when we come back, we're going to donate to a charity or an anonymous person that may need the money. Obviously, it's anonymous for a reason. But this year, we chose something that was close to me, my neighbor. They had a total loss house fire. They lost everything, the Tice family. And you guys were wonderful. I'm telling you what, 104 donations for $1,040. Anytime you can hit 1K with donation raffles is pretty awesome. So like I said, we're doing this every year. Thank you all who donated. And we have some fun stuff to give away. So we're going to spin that wheel of destiny. If your name comes up, DM us, PM us, whatever they call it nowadays, your address, and we'll send it out to you right away. Okay. But again, God bless you all, man. It's a big thing, and it helps. It helps. Insurance, I can go into detail about all this stuff. It's pretty stressful for them. So thank you guys very much.
Hey, man, I think $1,000 is damn near. Well, I don't know what it is now. A mortgage payment. It's a month, over a month's worth of bill. That's significant to me. Like, and I think, like, for our small community, which is vast, over 10K strong. But for the root and soul of you guys that have, like, really just connected and donated, it's amazing. So
$1,000 could be a month's worth of groceries. I mean, everything's gone. So
thank you, 2 weeks worth of eggs, right?
Yep.
So
yes, we do have 5 things to give away.
Yeah.
So the Steve Christie, we don't have the jersey here. Mark Maddox actually has it. He was lovely enough to donate that for us. So the first one is a signed Steve Christie jersey.
Wow.
So we'll pop that little Pandemonium Wheel of Destiny up. All your names are on there.
Give me $10.
I want that.
Oh, look at it. See how smooth it is when you're here, man. Oh man, it's so smooth.
So all your names are on there. We're gonna spin it and we'll find out who the winners are for sure.
Yeah, boy. All right, so this is for Steve Christie signed jersey from our man, Mr. Mark Maddox. Boo.
Jared, you got a phone on you?
Yep.
Write down the name.
Here we
Good
go.
luck, everyone.
Here we go.
And again, thank you all for the donations. It's crazy cool.
Here we go. The winner is Harry Castillo. Castillo.
Castillo.
It's Harry Castillo.
Harry Castillo. Very good. Congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
Like I said, Steve Christie signed jersey coming your way.
Are we removing Jared?
Yes.
Okay. He still has some entries, but that name has been removed.
Right.
What's next?
Congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
Let's go to the Zach Moss Eclipse helmet. I know he doesn't play for him anymore, but these are pretty sweet helmets, guys. And
It's
if
dope.
you're just a collector of memorabilia, I'd love for this hanging on.
If you win it and you don't want it, you can just give it to me. It's right here in my house right now anyway.
Yep, right.
Zach Moss mini signed Eclipse. Here we go.
Get it.
$10 entries. God, so many people signed up.
Yep.
Oh my God, here we go. Lonnie Cook. Lonnie Cook wins.
You can't wear that, Lonnie.
You can try. I'd like to see her try to put it on.
Lonnie, do you want me to send it to you, or do you want me to just give it to Josh? You let me know in the messages here.
Josh said if she won anything, that I could just keep it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
gotcha. Congratulations,
Lonnie,
Thank
congratulations. Thank you so much.
you. All right, next up.
If you all don't know, if you want to win the lottery someday, find Lonnie Cook and bring her to the.
Just have
store
her
that
buy
you
your
the lottery
ticket, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to do this sweet little canvas. Thurman Thomas, James Lofton, Freddie Jackson, Gabriel Davis, and Willis McGahee.
That's pretty dope. It's random names, but all awesome names.
And a sweet buffalo picture,
and a
too.
sweet buffalo picture. Where'd that one come from?
That one came from Buffalo Autographs.
Hickman, Mr. Hickman. Thank
Ryan
you so
Hickman,
much,
Buffalo
sir.
Autographs. Thank you.
Longtime friend of the show. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Susan Dakin. Susan Dakin. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
For your donation, you have won that amazing canvas. Did you get that one? You got it, Jared?
Yep. Susan Dakin. Got it.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. These next two are from my personal collection.
Come on, Dad.
And
come on, Dad.
it's one of those things, because it's my neighbor. It's one of those things you realize there's some things that are more important than just hobbies and collections. And I'm giving these two up because I knew it would help, and it definitely did. Thank you, guys. Jim Kelly does not come with the box, guys. It's a Jim Kelly Miami University.
I'll put that thing. Put that thing right up in front here.
Put it in your lap.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that thing. Wow. Good luck, everybody. Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad.
My dad's in there too. So. All right, here we go.
Almost Dr. Bruce. Joe Dingman.
Congratulations,
Joe Dingman. Big one, man. Congratulations.
All right. So this is the big one. Also from my good old collection, but I've got a couple. I got a blue one and a white one, so I can part ways with this guy. Josh Allen.
Bring it over.
Yeah, here we go.
Wow.
There you go.
The piece de resistance. Bring it up. Put it right up here. What are you doing? Bring it over on the other side of the microphone. Here you go, people. This is where it came. Oh God.
That's cool. Got the one.
It smells amazing. All right. This is it. Is this the last one?
This is the last one.
Last one. Again, thank you guys.
Everybody who donated. Yes.
Absolutely. Josh Allen signed jersey. Doesn't come with the frame.
Nothing comes with the frame.
Nothing comes with the frame unless my dad wins it. Here we go.
This is why everybody tuned in, right? We got 5,000 visitors right now.
Visitors. Oh my God.
Lonnie Cook.
Oh my God. Lonnie Cook, dude.
Lonnie.
Yo.
Wow. I tell you what, guys. Yeah, buy a lottery ticket.
Congratulations.
Like Swank's been doing. He's been removing people that have won. Some people donated 10, 20 times. Some people donated once. That's just the chance, I guess. And Lonnie, you son of a gun, you. Congratulations.
Did she win a Josh jersey at the first Rager?
Tremaine Edmonds, Josh Allen, Stefan. Oh, she won a lot of them.
She won like 3, I think, 2 or 3.
So congratulations again.
Awesome.
Thank you all who have donated $1,040. All of it going to the Tice family. And they knew they're Steelers fans, and they knew that the Bills fans were helping them out, and they can't be more appreciative. I know that. So.
Wow.
Is Josh leaving any comments yet?
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up here because there's so much. There's so many. You guys are being so nice. Let's see here.
And if those of you that have missed this donation raffle, we do have a bunch going on through the year. We haven't got merchandise for it yet or anything like that, but we love doing this kind of stuff. Sometimes we just have a show. If you comment during the show, you're entered to win, all that good stuff. So keep your eyes open for the show and the details. But they also do, the Tice family does have a GoFundMe up. It is on my website, my Facebook page. Check me out, hook them up. If you haven't donated, fire away. If you feel like you need the help and you didn't get the chance to win anything, that's up there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. So I'm trying to catch up on some of these. Lonnie wanted to see it. She said,
that was awesome.
Lonnie, you'll see it soon enough. It's coming to your house.
Yeah.
Can I wear it?
Dr. Bruce had the comment of the night, man. Where is he? Because I was like, Dr. Bruce almost got it. And he was like, that's okay. I hate Miami anyway. Oh, I got to find it. That was so
Paulette.
good. What's up, Paulette? I've been sick for a while, but I'm going to donate the next time around. Oh, Paulette, yeah. My household has been sick as well, so I feel for you.
Oh, yeah.
Keely says she's won 2 jerseys on that wheel, so she's
good. Keely's a multiple winner.
Nice.
Sure. Lonnie, what a day. What a day.
Joey Hatch says Cook has a horseshoe.
Yep. Josh Cook, her son, just said, come on, with a crying face and is that a fist pump? Because he probably knows that's adding to his collection, Josh. Man,
Lonnie.
Winner by proxy. That's how it works, right?
On phone with Josh.
Yep. Yeah, figured that would happen. All right, very good.
Patrick Hughes says Derelict Swank get Lonnie Cook on the Bill staff so they never lose again. Oh, man.
Yes. Lonnie's good people. Scott and I, we were good friends with Josh and still are during high school. And we played sports in elementary school. And Lonnie, we call her second mom. So
she's been very supportive, helped out with the Rager last year. Her and Josh as well. Josh has been a very good friend of ours. And there's some things with the Rager last year that wouldn't have happened if those two weren't involved. So Josh has always been very supportive and helped out, and Lonnie's has been as well.
Yep.
So thank you guys so much. What a good thing, man. Hey, it took a while to do, but we did it. And there it is. And here it is, and there it is. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's all
good.
And
again, like Scott said earlier, we're going to be doing that this time of year every year.
Yep. Different family every year. If you guys have suggestions for anybody in need, we're trying to keep it in our circle, in our community, in your guys' circle, in this community. So if you hear some, let us know, and we'll see what's up. If we can help, we can't. I guess we can't do everything, but we'll try our damnedest. So, love you too, Josh.
Yep. And Josh Cook and Lonnie Cook are not related to James Cook, running back Buffalo Bills. Just to throw a disclaimer.
But I bet someone will get a jersey.
If we gave away a James Cook jersey, Lonnie would probably win it. Yep. So, guys, how about that mock draft? We got a half an hour. So that means, guys, we're not going to go into detail about every single player that potentially can go to a team, but we'll run down quick what team may need someone and what player possibly could be best, and we're gonna arrange it somehow to where we get the best player on the board, right? That's how we're gonna do it.
Right.
All right, they're all gonna get kickers until we're up.
Hell yeah! Okay. We were trying to make it as realistic as possible.
Right.
All right. So if you're newer to the show, I am not a draft expert. Scooter is. I got to talk to you a little bit because I'm in a dynasty league and I got a draft coming up. I've had some people trying to trade me first round picks for Trevor Lawrence.
Well, where are you picking?
Me? Oh, I traded my first round pick away already.
Okay.
Because I got Lamar like third week of the season. So, but I have Lamar and I have Trevor Lawrence. So now people are coming at me trying to give me first round picks for Trevor Lawrence. I don't really want to give them up. I want to keep Lamar and Trevor. So
I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be a stud this year.
I think so too. So I think I want to have my pick between the two because who knows where Lamar is going to be. And
maybe use Lamar as some bait.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yep. So who knows where he's going to sign?
All right, so
As a
Scooter
running
was trying to show me up here. We got we got one round. We're
Just
gonna go
do
through
one round.
the first round here, and that's it.
So, guys, because we refuse to pay money for this kind of stuff. First of all, I don't think PFF does a really good job ranking these players. So sometimes you get a bad grade, but I don't, they move things around. But Rob Mullen can attest to that. Sometimes these players are out of place. So we're going to do one round. We're not going to do any trades, even though I think there's going to be a bunch of trades this draft. But we're going to pick for everyone. We're going to fly through it. Let us know what you think. If you guys have an idea of who you think we should get, holler at us. We may consider it.
Holler at your brewery. Hold on, let me get this so I got everybody up here.
Holler at your brewery.
Holler at your boy.
There
So
we go.
Carolina's the first on the board. They had that big trade with Chicago. Carolina had a lot of trade draft picks in with that whole McCaffrey ordeal. So real quick, Swank, I could tell you Carolina lost Sam Donald, PJ Walker. The only reason you move up to pick number 1 is for a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you do it. So we're going to go quarterback here. Guys, let us know who you think he's going to go.
Mike V saying Bryce Young. Let's see. Mullen says first pick. Carolina Panthers shocked the NFL and select Anthony Richardson.
See, he is number 1 on my list as far as quarterbacks are. He's number 4 or 5 in NFL draft and all that stuff. But Anthony Richardson, tall, athletic, strong arm, fast, strong. Reminds me of Josh Allen. You fix a couple mechanics, and he's elite. I agree with you, Rob Mullen. I would go there. But I have him getting C.J. Stroud. I think Bryce Young's height is actually going to hinder his ability, to be honest with you.
We got Frank Mullen saying Anthony Richardson. We got Harold Fuller saying C.J. Stroud. I think we're 2 votes for C.J., 2 votes for Anthony Richardson, 1 vote for Bryce Young. Jared, you got an opinion on this?
Anthony Richardson's the one that hit the top of the dome when he threw the ball, right? Is that the individual?
I believe so. And he's also got a high ceiling. And
I know, and they did. I think he did that on purpose, and I think that's going to just show his arm strength. So I'm going to go with him.
Jared's going Anthony Richardson.
All right,
Anthony Richardson.
I'm going to keep it interesting here and even out the playing field, and I'm going to say Bryce Young. I don't see why he's been dropping off people's number 1 rank. Everything I've heard, which is very minimalistic, keeps him there. So
quarterback ready, but he's 5'10", 204 pounds. I think the height is what's gonna knock him down a little bit. So
I got 2 words for you, buddy. Flutie flakes.
Oh, there you go. Oh, let's go, guys. Got to pick one.
Yeah. What do
Who wins?
You got final say, man. You say it.
Let's go C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud, Ohio State.
Complete quarterback. I think he turns a lot of heads this year, and I think he actually works out for Carolina for sure.
All right, here we go. Houston is on the clock. They have needs at quarterback, wide receiver, center, and D-line.
See, this potentially could be a year where 4 quarterbacks go in the first 4 or 5 picks. This is where I see Anthony Richardson going to the Texans. They like those tall quarterbacks. David Mills, a pretty tall quarterback. Everybody makes fun of his long neck, but you give him some talent. Robert Woods just went there. They've got a good defense is honing up a little bit. I think you get yourself a nice strong arm quarterback, fix the mechanics. Richardson is a good pick for them.
All right. Harold agrees with you. Rob says Houston takes Young.
Yeah, I say Young as well.
All right. You're saying you've been trying to get Richardson off the board right off the bat here.
I think he's a top quarterback, and I
Yeah.
think any of these teams that need one should probably get one.
Oh, well, Frank didn't help. He said Young or Richardson. So the next vote for either Young or Richardson, we're picking that guy. So put it in the comments. I have no horse in this race. I do think everybody's trying to get that next Josh Allen. I would lean towards Richardson myself, whoever it is.
And keep in mind, it's a rookie contract for quarterback. They're on the roster for 5 years without making that big money unless you guarantee him money. Jalen Hurts, by the way, congratulations, highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Nobody saw that coming, huh?
No one saw that coming, but I believe Doug Augie. Thank you, Doug, a guy that donated to the Leap of Faith. Young it is.
Good
All
get.
right, Bryce Young.
Let's see.
Cardinals are next.
Cardinals, guard, center, defensive line, cornerback. Cardinals are kind of a dumpster fire. Who would have thought they would be rebuilding like right now?
Right.
You know?
Right. And with players wanting out, it's a whole different story too.
Yeah.
Guard and center, I think it's too early at this pick to get a guard and center. Unless they traded back and got a whole bunch of draft capital. But Will Anderson, I think, is someone that you can't resist as far as defensive edge rusher goes, and I think that's part of their need. So I'm going Will Anderson for this pick.
Yeah, I was thinking J.J. Watt. Back in the day, they picked him up, and that changed a lot of things for that defense. So my first instinct was to go to the edge too, and Anderson. So I agree with you on that one, bro.
We got Harold saying Anderson to Cardinals. That's 3 votes for Anderson. Frank Mullen says Jay Carter.
I said Houston. I meant Cardinals. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
J.J. Watt still played with the Cardinals, though, didn't he?
Yep, he still played.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter is no joke as defensive interior lineman. Offers a lot. He can play a Tech 1 or Tech 3. So it's up in the air. I see a lot of mock drafts either taking Carter or Anderson, but defense is definitely a first-round pick for them.
Dalton Smith also weighing in with Anderson. We're going to go Anderson with this. Frank Mullen, I feel like you've been getting shafted with your picks, so you got the next pick, man. So on you. Indianapolis Colts, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, offensive line. I think they definitely need a quarterback. What do you think, Scott?
It's about time they stop free agencying their quarterbacks that are ready to retire. They're going to get a brand new, fresh quarterback. I like what Will Levis did in the combine, and I also like what Anthony Richardson done. So it's 1A, 1B for me with those guys. I am actually going Levis. But
wow.
I lied. Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, I was going to say, you better go Richardson, dude.
I'm going Richardson, too. I'm right there with Richardson.
Oh, but Frank, listen, Frank already called it, dude. He said Levis is who they want.
There you go. You got
who
it.
they get.
That's your pick, Frank.
There you go, brother. Yeah, Harold agrees with him. All right.
Do you think the real draft will go this quick?
I hope so. I hope so for your guys' sake.
So the Seahawks, I know we're not doing trades, but the Seahawks here, they need safety, linebacker, and wide receiver, and this is too early to get any of those guys. So I see them drafting back to the Commanders, where the Commanders, I think, does need a quarterback, and this is where I would see Bryce Young leave us or Anthony Richardson. So I see a trade here, but we're not making trades here, guys. Now, safety, linebacker, wide receiver, offensive guard is their priority at this point. Who are you going with?
Jalen Carter's still available, right?
Yes.
Yep.
They're getting him.
Patrick Hughes. I think the Seahawks shock the draft and take Bijan Robinson.
Patrick Hughes, I love that take because I also
too.
have them taking Bijan later in the round as well. So
Rob Mullen says Seattle's interior DL is in shambles. They take Carter. Harold says Carter.
Yep.
Sea Chicken's taking Carter.
Carter's gone.
By Dalton Smith. It's a Carter. It's a Carter kind of pick right there.
So yeah, like I said, I saw the Commanders coming in and getting Bryce Young. I saw Seahawks backing up and getting that running back, Bijan Robinson. So we'll see if that plays out that way. But for right now, let's go Jalen Carter.
If you are just joining us, we are doing our first mock draft of the 2023 season. It's a collective. It's a Buff Fandemonium group right now. And, it's a group think. So go ahead, throw your ideas out there. We got the Detroit Lions on the clock right now. We've seen some big quarterbacks go off the board. We've seen some defensive linemen go off the board. What are you thinking, Jared? I hear you. What do you got?
Yeah, this Detroit Lions team finished very strong last year. So being here in the draft is like, this got to be an important pick for them because this is going to put them over the net. They were already at that level going over the hill. And this pick, whatever they're going to do here, is going to just put them right over, and they're going to win that NFC North big time, without a doubt this year.
See, they lost Jamal Williams at running back and scored a whole bunch of touchdowns, but they brought in David Montgomery, someone that can replace that guy. I was going to go running back, but then I realized they needed help at cornerback. So Devin Witherspoon is the guy that I'm going with. They lost Cam Sutton, or they actually brought in Cam Sutton from the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I think if you want to win championships, that was the one thing. The Lions scored a lot of touchdowns, but they couldn't stop the touchdowns from being scored. So cornerback. Thanks, Rob Mullen. Jeff just got traded. Okodu, whatever how you dare say it. You got that spelling for that there, Rob Mullen. They just lost him. So Witherspoon is the obvious answer for me.
Dalton Smith also agrees. I am going to say Witherspoon gets drafted to the Detroit Lions.
Now, Christian Gonzalez apparently is, for a lot of people, is the number one cornerback in the draft, but Witherspoon's bumped up big time because of that combine, so that's why he's taking number one cornerback. Yep.
Can I get a quick take from you and Swank? What's your take on players who – he had a breakout season. Gonzalez had a breakout season in 2022. What's your take on seeing players that jump to a different team their last 2 years or for their senior year. What's your take on that? Does that show lack of commitment or looking to bump up with a better team?
Personally, for me, it doesn't bother me at all. I think there's a small window to show your skill and showcase what you have, and to be able to get into the NFL, get into the draft, do any of that. And I think you just need to take every opportunity. If you're not getting on the field somewhere, like, you need to go somewhere where you're getting on the field. I think there's been numerous examples of that. And, we don't fault NFL players for chasing the money anymore, right? It used to be devastating.
Right.
But now, discussions we've had with Mark and everything, you got to get paid. You got to get what you can get while you can get it. And I think if you can't even throw your hat in the ring because the NCAA and college rules are so stupid that, like, college kid, like, the whole reason you go to college is to prepare yourself for your life. And if any other kid can make a living doing any other major that they're doing while they're in college, they do it and they get paid and nobody gets butthurt or fined or anything. But if you're a professional athlete, the only person that you can make money for in college is the college. That is it. And that is ridiculous. Like, I don't know. There's just so much that can go wrong. So for me, I say take your chances when they come, do what you got to do, and that's it.
Nowadays, it's your resume. And if it shows confidence in a player for me that says, hey, I can make a team. I am going to another team so I can show off my skills so I can be drafted. That's all that means. It's a confidence thing for me. I think it's very confident. If something trades, let's be realistic. Education is the second or third thing on their radar. They want to get drafted and make a lot of money.
Well, and that's why you see a bunch of people declaring for the draft as early as they can, as soon as they showcase as much as they can, and then they go back 15 years later and become a liberal arts superstar.
Well, you can always go back
Yeah.
to college. You can't go back in the NFL. Your prime is only
Right.
so long.
No, I'm right there with you. Sometimes, like, even, any level of sports, there's always that little politics word that we can throw out there. So if there's somebody in front of you that is the same level or better, just a grade higher, or has an in somewhere, they'll get that starting spot. And if you feel like you can shine somewhere else, like I said, Gonzalez had a breakout 2022 season. He wouldn't have had that if he didn't transfer.
Right.
Yeah.
So he made himself seen, and that's why he's up there, considered one of the best CBs in this draft class. So
I like this little devil's advocate comment from Patrick Hughes. He said, if you're on a full scholarship, then you shouldn't get paid. Your pay is free college.
True.
Hey, man, I agree. I agree with that.
we had Nate
That's
Turner
good
on a
point.
couple weeks ago, and he said that he got paid more at Nebraska than he did for the Buffalo Bills.
Can't wait to get Mr. Nate
So
Turner
take that
back
for
on,
what
man.
you will.
Hell
That
yeah.
was in the late 80s, early 90s.
That's
He was
dope.
playing for Nebraska. So. Right.
All right, so we got the Raiders on the clock, going through the comments. A lot of people are pulling for your boy Anthony Richardson for this pick. I think it's a solid pick. What do you guys think, yeah or nay?
Garoppolo was pulled in 3 years, $72 million. You're only paying a starting quarterback $24 million. You got money for it. Richardson's going to be on your roster for 5 years. This is the time to bring him in, let him learn the system. I think it's a good pick. I had offensive tackle, but since Anthony Richardson's available, you got to go with him.
Hell yeah.
Right. Unless there's a guy that runs a 4.140, then the Raiders will take him.
Harold Fuller with one of my favorite comments of the night. The Bills are going to be drafting in overtime. Absolutely.
True story.
We got the Atlanta Falcons on the clock right now. QB, wide receiver, and DE is what they have listed on PFF. What do you got, Scott?
I am getting them an edge rusher and Tyree Wilson from the Texas Tech. He's pretty impressive. He's 6'6", 271, big, tall guy. He's a versatile defensive lineman. He can play hands up, hands down, outside, inside, anywhere. This is a can't miss for them for sure.
Yeah, and I agree fully with you. I think the top quarterbacks in this draft are pretty much gone now. So now you got to focus on the defense for a little bit, and they can still get a quarterback in the second and third round. And I'm thinking that they're going to go get that defensive end. So I agree with you fully.
All right, and we got Dalton Smith also agreeing with you, Tyree Wilson, and that is who the Falcons have in this 24/7 BF draft. The Chicago Bears, tackle, center, D-line, and corner is who they have. They just acquired our boy Tremaine. Rest in peace, Lady Bills man crush. It's a sad state of affairs, but onward and upward. Who do you got the Bears taking, Scooter?
One of their key losses was their right tackle, Riley Reef. So I think the best overall offensive lineman in this draft is Peter Skoronski. I hate to see him go because I would love to see the Bills get him, but Northwestern tackle, Peter Skoronski. I had him also getting that interior defensive line, Jalen Carter, but he's not available right now. So
there you go. We got
What pick is this? What pick is Chicago?
9.
9. And we're finally getting rid of an offensive lineman.
Yep.
I'm right there with Scott, with Peter. And it took nine draft picks to get rid of him, but he's finally gone. And that's a good pickup waiting this long for.
Really good pickup.
Well, I'll tell you, ranked 8th, ADP 10. We got him at 9. Or no. Yeah, we got him at 9.
Yep.
Why not?
Why not?
He's gone.
You're making this easy. You just pick a good guy, and that's pretty much the guy that
I mean,
go.
Why is this hard? This shouldn't be. This isn't hard. I cracked another beer to get into this, man. GM's got an easy job.
So this one's easy, Swank. Since you're filling your beer, the Philadelphia Eagles are up. They lost their running back, Miles Sanders. They did bring in Rashad Penny, but I'm going line here. I think Andre Dillard, their rookie that they drafted a couple years ago, is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you just signed Jalen Hurts for a big contract. You protect him. And I think you get an offensive lineman. This guy, Paris Johnson Jr., he's not on the top 5 right now, but he could play guard. He could play tackle, left and right side. So I'm going Paris Johnson Jr. here. Big, tall guy. Tall
tackle. I have a question for you.
Jeez.
With where the Eagles are right now, Jalen signing this big contract, Super Bowl contenders. What would happen if Bijan went there right now?
Swank, you took the words right out of
Did
my
I?
mouth.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
Mr. No Draft over here. The 2 no drafts, we got it.
I mean, there's a rookie guy coming in. You don't have to pay him the big bucks. He's a generational athlete at the running back position. That's a scary offense. Continued, and Bijan, I can see going there, and it's going to be a big whoa pick, and I think it might happen.
What do you think about that, Scott?
I like that pick, but they did utilize her multiple running backs, 3 running backs last year, along with Jalen Hurts running the ball. So I think a team that's going to use a running back as a bell cow will get Bijan. It's not the Eagles, and they need to protect the quarterback now.
So my thoughts on Bijan are changing as this year extends a little bit. And if the Buffalo Bills I'll say it, if the Buffalo Bills have a chance to get him, I would love it.
Don't you say? Oh,
I would love
God,
it.
Are you
Can
serious?
you imagine the powerhouse running back
No.
with Josh Allen? I know Josh Allen is the guy, but can you imagine having that back there with him?
We got a dynamic running back in your boy Jimmy Cook, man.
I know we do. I got
to tell you, part of the reason for me wanting Bijan to go right here is because I want him off the board so early that the Bills don't even sniff at him. Like I don't want it. How many years have we gone through running backs in the first round, like this running back, that running back? I'm just so over it. It's not our game. I'd rather see him get a wide receiver in the first round. If they're not going to get a middle linebacker, go get a wide receiver, or a tackle or whatever, man. Do something for that offensive side of the ball. But not a running back. God, not a running back. I can't do it anymore. I'm over it.
I know. But I keep going back.
I hear you.
With it.
And I've heard the takes on the radio and stuff, and people talking about it. And it's like, you can't say it wouldn't be exciting, but with the way the line looked last year, are you confident that Bijan would be able to perform the way he needs to perform? I would rather put that asset into the line, I think, instead of a running back.
Yeah, and that's a very valid point too, because the running back's not going to go anywhere without a line first. And what are you going to do first, right? I agree with that line.
We got
that line, but
yeah,
just man, if you can have the cake and eat it too.
I know. I hear you. You want all the toys,
all of them.
We got Bijan is the pick from Mike V. Dr. Bruce says Eagles take Robinson, best back available. Dalton Smith weighing in with the heavy hit. Eagles don't draft running backs in the first round. I think I like that, man. I think I like that. Rob Mullen says Bijan is generational, but he will be gone before Philly picks.
Oh, boy.
Wow. I like it.
So do we pick someone?
We have not. Your brother just said that if Bijan was there for us, he'd want him. I very passionately said absolutely not, and I really want him to go in the top 10 because I don't want us to even get a sniff at him.
I could tell you what, if he's available at 27, Bean will get somebody to come back into that first round to grab him and add some draft capital. I could tell you that much for free.
Ugh. All right, so what are we
Yeah.
saying?
Are we
A lot of
I
protecting
people
know
are
him?
saying
Bijan would be
Bijan.
gone before Philly. I don't know who made the statement Bijan would be gone
Dalton.
before Philly, but in this draft he
Oh,
isn't.
Ron
So I
Bowen
think
did.
Philly would get him.
All right, go ahead, give him Bijan.
Bijan, all right.
Bijan Frizzy, isn't it? Dog?
Bijan.
Robinson.
Where you at? All right, he gone. He's ranked 27th on PFF, by the way.
Mhm.
All right, here we go with the Titans, the Tennessee Tire Fire Titans, up on pick 11. Wide receiver, offensive lines, what PFF's got. What do you think there, Scooter?
I have offensive line, and I think if Malik Willis is going to be the starter, I don't think Tannehill can do that anymore. It's just not his. It's not his wheelhouse. You don't draft someone and not play him. You give him protection. I'm going offensive line. I did have Darnell Wright from Tennessee there, but now that Paris Johnson's still available, I'm going to go Paris Johnson with this draft pick.
Paris Johnson. Oh, I guess I better go to offensive line. Anybody else got any sort of interior?
They have the tight end,
tackle.
Dalton Kincaid. He's a big guy, 240. He can block, but you can also catch the ball. And I think that might be a nice little check down weapon and somebody to block for Henry when he gets 20 carries for 2 yards and then busts one out for 60.
We got Patrick saying Flowers to the Titans.
That's a little off.
Lewan is gone.
Flowers.
Well, I was Matt Mentz said Hooker. I think he was talking about the previous pick there.
That's a tough
Paris
call. They can
Johnson
go
to the
anywhere. I think there's a
Titans.
lot of players that will definitely improve their roster regardless of where you go. Interior offensive line, offensive tackle, wide receiver. I think it could all help.
Well, we're gonna go with Paris Johnson. How about that?
Well, they drafted in the first round last year Treylon Burke, so are they going to go 2 wide receivers right in a row? They don't have a lot of help at wide receiver, so Quentin Johnson also is a good pick.
It says probably should have elaborated because he just wrote Hooker and I said it because see ball get ball, right?
Hooker.
What's up, Christian? Hey,
What's up, guys?
Hey.
we got the Houston Texans back on the clock.
Who do we pick?
I don't know. Can you look to see where you're at or no?
There
I don't
should
know.
be a recap.
Do you guys know
right?
who we got? We'll figure it out. Well, Paris Johnson, I think you grabbed.
Nah.
I think
I
you
can't
grabbed.
remember.
It's all right. Let's see who's available. Houston Texans are up. What do they got? Quarterback, wide receiver, center, defensive
D-line.
line. I have edge, defensive line, center, and defensive tackle. So I'm going. They just got their quarterback.
Mhm.
I give him the best weapon out there, Quentin Johnson, 6'4",
Quentin Johnston.
huge
Yep.
wide receiver. I'm going to go ahead and give him that guy.
All right.
And I'm going to say make it happen, Swank. I know the rest of the pandemonium wants to put in their 2 cents, but that makes sense.
All right, that's an executive. That's an executive decision. That was a dictatorship move by your man, Mr. Scooter Magooter.
And some would say Jackson Smith, Jigba, and maybe even Zay Flowers are better than Quentin, but Quentin reminds me of a lot of the body size and his style play of another Calvin Johnston. And I think you got to take that kind of wide receiver anytime you can get it.
You know what this draft reminds me of? Here we go, folks. We're in overtime. That's right. We're in overtime. And don't forget, the K-Gun Report is sponsored by none other than 26shirts.com. Go to 26shirts.com, buy everything, donate to your favorite charity. It's amazing. They'll read the gang over there doing great things. And don't forget, go follow the Buff fan base, man. We're part of that network. We love these guys. Oh, what a great time. Anyway, so who do you got the New Jersey Jets taking over here, huh?
Is Rodgers going to be their quarterback?
I don't think so. I don't want him to be. I think.
You want to assume they do? Just assume they get Rodgers, right?
I mean, they got to before the draft, right? Something's got to happen between now and then. If not, do you realize what a dumpster fire that franchise will be if they do not get Aaron Rodgers? When they get Aaron Rodgers, they will still be a dumpster fire. But if they don't, and they tried so hard, oh my God.
Do you know how many Miami fans on Twitter are going to attack all the Jets fans on Twitter? It's really crazy.
Can't wait.
And Jared, I'm glad you brought that up. Notice there were only 31 picks in this first round is because Miami lost their pick. Let's not forget the rules that Miami Dolphins broke in the last season.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people forget about that, but their whole management is shady and everything else about it. So who are we talking about? The Jets. They need to protect Rodgers or whatever quarterback they bring in there. I'm getting rid of one of my favorite offensive line, Osiris Torrance, interior offensive lineman from Florida. Big guy, can move. He can move bodies. He's got a lot of leverage. So I'm getting rid of Torrance here. I think this is a good pickup for the Jets. And the Jets are known to get offensive linemen in the first round.
All right, we got Mullen saying they need a center. Schmitz, center, Minnesota. Patrick Hughes says Broderick Jones, offensive tackle. I agree. I think like O-line is the move. So wherever I guess you think that their biggest need is, that's where
Harris
I would go.
Johnson. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Any OT that you get is going to be needed. So they might need that.
You
Their
want
defense
Torrance?
is stout already.
You want guard?
Now let's go Osiris Torrance from Florida.
There you go. He gone. The New England
Scott, you've
Patriots.
been liking him.
Quarterback, tackle, and D end.
I love that quarterback's the top of their list. I really do, but I think you need to help them out. They just lost Jacoby Myers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the only way to help them out is to bring in one of the best route runners in the draft, and that would be Jackson Smith, Jigba. And I think that would be the good pick for them at this point.
I like it. Rob Mullen says Addison, USC.
Jordan Addison. It's all preference. Depends on what kind of player they want.
All right. Either Addison or Jackson Smith. Whoever comments that next, one of those two names, that is who we're drafting.
They just need someone that can make a difference. Devontae Parker's there. Kendrick Bourne came over from San Francisco 49ers. Juju Smith is now there. I think they need someone like Jigba.
As a Bills fan, you'd want him to go after Smith because Smith's been hampered by a hamstring injury. So those are hard to come off of. So if you're a Bills fan, you want New England to go for Smith and skip out on Addison this round.
Mike V went the opposite way, and he said Addison, brother, and we're drafting Addison.
All right.
Green Bay Packers, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, D-line, and safety. I don't know if they need depth at quarterback, right? They're going with Jordan Love. That's their guy. Yeah. So I don't know.
Again, you bring in a new quarterback, you bring in a new wide receiver.
Yeah,
The Packers have never given this. I get humor out of this. They've never given Rodgers a number 1 draft pick wide receiver. The year that he leaves will be the year. And now that Jackson Smith Jigba's back in the roster right there, I think you lose him here. I think they go ahead and draft a wide receiver. I would laugh if they did that, but I could.
Can I throw a tight end in there really quick? I mean, the guy.
You want Mr. Kincaid?
Yeah, I mean he's a safety valve for Jordan Love, and he's a good run blocker. So Aaron Jones is still there, and start in the middle and work your way out because they still have productive receivers there.
Well, Jared Lazard's gone, and Watson, the rookie from last year, is the number 1 guy there. So I think that would be a great compliment for Watson.
Right. So
Who? We're going Kincaid.
No, we're going Jigba.
All right.
Jigba.
That's who Patrick Hughes wanted anyway. We got the Washington Commanders, quarterback, guard, center, and linebacker.
You're going to go after a cornerback named Darryl Green, runs a 4.1, 4.8. No,
I would say, God, what a horrible state of affairs this team put themselves in.
They can make their line.
They have as a quarterback right now.
Like I said, in my trade earlier, they traded with the Seahawks. They went up and grabbed Bryce Young, another good quarterback. I think it is in the draft. Hooker was mentioned. Hendon Hooker from Tennessee, I think, could potentially be someone that they pick here. They have to do something. They brought in Jacoby Brissett, but everybody brings in Jacoby Brissett just to be kind of a temporary thing. They need a quarterback, and you're not going to find one. You're running out of quarterbacks. I think Hendon Hooker is the guy that they're going to get.
Hooker. That's Matt Mentz's pick, I'm sure. That would be a big F you to Rodgers if Pack take the receiver.
I know, right? Wouldn't that be hilarious?
All right, we're going Hooker.
Yeah,
there's hookers in Washington.
Rob Levis is no longer in the draft, so Hooker it is for me too. Good draft there. I think they do good there. I think they got a good pick there, to be honest with you.
We got the Pittsburgh Steelers on the clock, pick 17. We're halfway through this draft right now. You guys are killing it. We're going to try and do a little lightning round to get through this, I think.
Let's do it.
Tackle linebacker DB. We have Christian Gonzalez, who has not been picked right now.
Yeah, they
That
lost
would be
Cam.
my
They lost
pick.
Cam Sutton. Their defense can improve. My pick has Gonzalez going right now.
There you go. Get him.
Boom. Detroit Lions back on the clock. Wide receiver, tight end, and interior defensive line. We got Cansey available right at the top ranked by PFF. Lucas Van Ness is an edge rusher. Or we got your boy Kincaid, tight end. That's a need.
They just grabbed a corner, remember, earlier in the draft.
Yep.
So this is Jared where I see Dalton Kincaid leaving. They just got rid of Hawkinson. They traded him away last year. So this will be a time to upgrade that tight end.
Good.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Let's see. We got the Bucks, QB, tight end, O-line, interior defense, safety. Holy Jesus.
Rob Mullen's going to like this. Go ahead, Jake.
When in doubt, get an offensive lineman.
Yep, and I think they're going to go after an offensive lineman who I think should fall in the third or late second, early third, and Anton Harrison. He's got short arms. I don't think he's that great, but his film will show him that he's okay, but his combine wasn't all that great either. So I see Anton Harrison, I think is his name, right tackle.
Oh,
Make look for him.
yeah,
24th
there he
rank,
is,
yeah.
right there. I got him. All right. Back with the Seattle Seahawks, guard, center, D-line. We got Cansey still in there. We got him right up top there, boy.
They drafted pretty high last year. Their defensive end that they got last year, I can't put a name on him. Help me out there, Mullen.
Who does
Detroit
Tampa
lineman.
have for a quarterback, Joey Hatch asks? Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, yep. I'm having a brain fart.
Breezy.
Hutchinson, Aiden Hutchinson, they drafted early.
Oh, yeah,
last
that's
year from Michigan.
No.
So I see them giving him talent on the other side. That's this Lucas Van Ness guy.
Wait,
Van
what are you
Ness?
talking about? Hutchinson went to the Lions.
Oh, we're talking about Seattle.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, Lions, right. Scott, I thought we were talking about Lions too. So
Well, look at that.
Why
I
did
still
I-
have Lucas
If you
Van
have
Ness.
your scorecard card at home, Swank just outdrafted the draft guru over here and just let him make sure. But no, okay, you guys talk. All right, Pete.
I still have Lucas Van Ness here.
Go ahead.
Lucas Van Ness.
Yep. Trask, who was from Florida, Dalton Smith said, came from they're currently for the Buccaneers and Mayfield's over there. So right now, Trask is someone that could develop into a good quarterback there. They drafted him for a reason to follow Brady, but that's who they're now. But right now, the Seattle Seahawks, I do see them going after an edge rusher and Lucas Van Ness. Anybody got anybody else?
I would say just grab him.
Just grab
Do
him?
it up.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, we're doing rapid fire because it's getting late.
Oh, yeah. I gotta find out where Swink's mouse is. Okay, Van Ness is off the board. All right. So who's up? The Los Angeles Chargers. So they need a wide receiver, a linebacker, and a cornerback. They added Trey Pipkins, lineman, Eric Kendricks, who's a linebacker, Morgan Fox, defensive guy. Does their quarterback number one have enough talent? There's a lot of defensive backs available right now in the remaining best player available. I actually picked this Kalijah Cansey. I did pick for them. Let's see what
I would say
is. Flowers.
Deontay Banks.
Are we in overtime? Yeah, I said it.
Great athlete, 4.35 40.
Oh yeah.
They need CB. So he'd be a good
Gonzalez
option
is
too.
no longer on the board.
What's that?
Gonzalez is no longer on the board. Someone just asked.
No.
So what are we gonna go with, guys? Matthew Mentz, obviously he mentioned a cornerback. I think they could definitely go cornerback there. I think that would not be a bad pickup right there for them. Baltimore takes Murphy.
Damn.
So I have Kalijah Cansey right here and Matthew Mentz is also picking another cornerback. Wide receiver, linebacker, and corner are options for Chargers. That's what PFF has given. Long snapper. Oh, shit. So, guys, let's pick a cornerback for them then. Let's pick a corner.
Deontay Banks.
Banks or Porter?
Who would fit their scheme better, you think?
Well, Banks is a pretty good sized guy.
Boom. Take it to the Banks. Baltimore Ravens. Wide receiver. Defensive end, cornerback.
See, I had Ravens getting Banks, so he's off my list now.
So you're going Joey Porter for that?
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good pickup. That would be a good pickup for them for sure. They brought in Trayvon Mullen to help them out. I think Porter would be a good one. If Banks is gone.
Well, Rob's saying Murphy for Ravens. Who's Murphy?
Murphy's an edge
Miles
rusher.
Murphy.
Yeah, Miles Murphy from Clemson, edge rusher. I mean, the Ravens, they need a lot of help. First of all, they need to sign a quarterback, but
yeah, I think Lamar will end up back there.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So we're between corner and edge. So Porter or Murphy? What do you got, Jared?
I was going to go with Nolan Smith. He's an undersized defensive end, edge rusher.
You don't get this,
but he's very athletic.
lightning round thing.
But since we're on the same page with defense edge rusher, I'd take the edge rusher that you selected.
All right. Miles Murphy?
Miles Murphy is
drafted. Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, that's right. We're rapid fire, right?
Yeah. Wide receiver, interior defensive line, linebacker, cornerback. Cansey, man, my boy Cansey. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? Why is he still here? Ranked 13th?
Not a lot of people need an interior defensive line.
Yeah, that's true.
What do we have? Zay Flowers and Josh Downs available. 2 players potentially could fall in the first round. I think they complement wide receiver for Vikings would be nice. They just lost Thielen.
Yeah.
Didn't they just lose their safety?
Yep. Well, they lost Delvin Tomlinson, Patrick Peterson, and Eric Hendricks, linebacker, but they also I think they can use a wide receiver, Jared. They lost Thielen as well.
But they still have Justin Jefferson, which is like 3 receivers on your team.
Yeah, but
you double team them though. See what happens. You know what I mean?
Give them flowers. Give them flowers. Make it difficult.
Damn. I don't think I want them to have Flowers.
I was gonna say go safety, go with Branch.
Flowers is gone. He is a Viking. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who they got to throw to him now? Still Cousins. Jesus Christ.
Oh, right, no doubt. Jacksonville Jaguars, they lost their offensive tackle, Jawan Taylor. They do need interior defensive line help. So if Cansey is still available, that'd be a guy I go with. I actually had them getting Brian Brissy from Clemson. But hell, if Cansey's still involved, go with Cansey.
All right.
That's what I'm going with.
We got Rob Mullen saying Porter to Jax, cornerback. Frank wants a cornerback that he can groom for himself. Well, we're talking about the Colts still down there. All right, yep. Joey Hatch. Cansey
it is.
Cansey gone. He's in Jacksonville. 2 picks away from the Bills. We got the New York Giants. Dable's bald-headed, no talent ass, looking like he scraped into the goddamn coach of the year. God, I hate that. Anyway, wide receiver, center, linebacker, and safety is what they have.
Let's go Branch with this one. I think safety is going to be a good addition to their defense.
See, I was going wide receiver because that man from the Lions that was traded there had 1 catch, couldn't do nothing. They got rid of him. They need wide receiver help. They got lucky with Isaiah Hodgins.
Yeah.
They got lucky with him. They need to compliment him now, though. So Josh Downs is the guy on my list.
That's not a reach, though, in the first round for him.
The guy's a good route runner. There's a lot of wide receivers in this draft. I mean, Bills grabbed Gabriel Davis late round. I mean, they're there. Shakir, obviously late round. Yeah. He'll be starting this year as the 3rd or 4th guy. So they're there. I mean, if you need to go get a guy that you need to help the quarterback you just signed for multiple years, I think you need to help your quarterback out and get Josh Downs.
We got Rob Mullen saying offensive line for the Giants. Schmitz. Christian says we trade up with the Giants.
There you go.
We got Robbie from Let's Talk 716 Sports. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Robbie?
How have you been,
Robbie?
my man?
It's up to you, Swank.
Do you want to go Josh Downs? I like them reaching. Go ahead. Boom. Dallas Cowboys. Running back, interior defense, linebacker. They need a linebacker? Micah Parsons.
Is this where we see our guy go? Is this where Campbell goes?
Well, Leighton Vander Esch just re-signed, so I don't think they need linebacker anymore. Jared, I have Cowboys getting reaching for a guard, an offensive lineman. We know they love offensive linemen. They just lost Connor McGovern to the Buffalo Bills. Interior offensive line. Jerry Jones loves the offensive line. So anytime you can get an interior offensive line that can be an immediate starter, Avila is the next guy in line.
Avila.
Steve Avila. Ba-boom.
It's a
Guess
reach.
where we are,
It's
boys.
a reach.
Guess where we are.
So this makes it fun. This makes it really fun right now.
I like that the Buffalo Bills on PFF, their only needs are defensive back.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been
drafted a
saying this
first
guy's name
round
for a minute
QB
now.
last year.
Do the Bills go after somebody to replace the back end there with a first round pick, or do they go after a weapon in a receiver?
I go after a guy that might retire in his 6-year contract after 3 years. I go after a guy that might have to replace a Epinesa and be opposite side of Russo right now. Nolan Smith is a 4-3, 4-4 defensive end that can get off the edge quick. And I think if you want to start wreaking havoc, I think the Bills defense is starting to make a turn into a pass rushing offense instead of a defense instead of a maintaining defense. Nolan Smith is still available this late in the draft. You can get your edge now. You can get your linebacker, wide receiver in the second round, and so on and so forth. If Nolan Smith is still there, I think it's dead nuts. You get him.
I respect you as a person. I love you as a brother. But if I have to see one more defensive lineman go in the first round in a fucking Buffalo Bills Brandon Bean draft, I don't know what I'm going to do. They've sunk so much draft capital and money into this defensive line. I want to believe, man. I think that they need to make the pieces there work for a season. I think Vaughn needs to stay healthy, and I think they got the right pieces. They need to figure out the formula. So maybe this new look defense will be a little different. For me, I was talking with your brother when you went to use the facilities there, and I mean, I want to go boring. I want to shack up that offensive line, or I want to get Josh Allen a weapon. And I guess the weapon isn't boring, but I'm saying I would like a tackle, a wide receiver, or a middle linebacker. And I don't think right now the middle linebacker pool is very good where we're at. So
you can draft back and get one.
Yep.
So right now, I'm glad I said what I said because I do think the Bills are going to get a tackle. I just wanted to test the room a little bit.
Ooh.
Darnell Wright, 6'6", 315 pounds. He could be the right tackle for now, 2 or 3 years down the road when Dawkins needs to transition to a right tackle because he doesn't have anymore. Darnell Wright can be your left tackle. I think that'd be a good pickup as well. But
how about we get some
Nolan
attitude
Smith
on that line with Broderick Jones?
Nolan Smith is a hard pass.
Well,
It's
Rob
hard to pass on him.
Mullen saying Nolan Smith is the choice if he's there at 27. So I'm good. I'm good with best available. I know Bean has kind of alluded to that in his presser today. He also has alluded to, being aware by pick 20 if they're going to, or no, pick 20 or 10, did he say? 20 on whether they're going to move up or move back or stay put. So it's interesting if that's some smoke or not smoke. Broderick Jones is still on the board. No brainer. That's what Matt says.
Yep.
Chris Christian says right tackle here, I think. He says, so you put that ahead of linebacker for Buffalo and edge rusher. I'm so tired of this edge rushing crop out of Buffalo. It's interesting, right? Because you're frustrated with what's going on. You've seen flashes. When Vaughn's in there, this line is completely different. Yep. So a stud does change the look, and I think is fair. I also think scheme-wise, man, I just don't think you got talent on that line. They're not using them right.
Exactly. The edge rushers that we currently have don't get a chance to actually warm up and get into a rhythm. Yeah. So that rotational defensive line is tough, especially no matter who you bring in.
Wright is nowhere the caliber of Wright. I wanted to put that out. He corrected himself. Rob Mullen, B. Jones.
Broderick Jones is still available. That's a great pickup. 6'5", 311 pounds. He can play right tackle, left tackle.
Patrick Hughes says, shock the draft. Bills take tight end Myers. Yeah, I'm not into that. All right. Where are we at?
What about Dawson Knox?
Darnell Wright is ranked ahead of him, but I've done a lot of mocks and grabbed Broderick Jones myself, so I'm going to grab Broderick Jones.
We're going Broderick Jones.
He's going to add that attitude to that line. He's got a mean streak, and he's
not
an easy guy to push through.
That is our pick.
Rapid fire, ready for this? Jesse Bates and Von Bell, both are safeties for the Cincinnati Bengals. The best safety available is Brian Branch. I think he leaves the board right now.
Boom. We got the Saints, guard, center, DL, and CB.
NFL team. They need players.
I have the Saints picking the number 1 linebacker that's available. I know there's lots of talk with Noah Sewell and Campbell, Andrew Sanders, and Trenton Simpson, but PFF actually has Dayan Henley as their number 1 guy. So I'm going to go ahead and say that you're going to take Dayan Henley.
All right.
Washington State.
Boom.
It's all preference. It's all preference when it comes to that kind of position.
Eagles with their second pick of the first round, wide receiver, guard, center, interior defensive line, and safety.
Do we know what they grabbed before?
I can't remember what we picked for
They
them.
grabbed the Bijan.
Bijan, yeah.
Oh, they did. Okay.
A little
Like the
reach
running
there.
back.
So what do we go, Brian Breesy here? Little interior defensive line help.
Well, that makes sense. Build that. Got the offensive weapon. Now let's stock up the defense a little bit.
Mhm.
There you go. Go ahead.
Into it?
Yep.
Hey, all right. I got one. Hey. The Kansas City Chiefs. Sorry.
If Darnell Wright's available, I think they go after him. They brought in Jawan Taylor, but they lost Orlando Bloom and Andrew Wiley, both their tackles. So they need to fix their tackle position, and best available, Darnell Wright for me.
Darnell Wright. We got Rob Mullen saying Porter to Philly. Casey takes Porter, says Patrick Hughes. What do you think, Jared?
I think Porter sounds like a good spot for Kansas City.
Man, I got to go that way just because I think you got us, you got the Bengals. You need somebody in that back end, right?
Yeah, and Spagnuolo knows how to defend our wide receivers. So if you're going to keep the talent there, keep that list, Swank.
Oh, we got this draft right here. Boy, look at that draft. Let's see what
Did they give us a grade?
They said they were going to give us a grade.
No, they don't. They don't give you a grade. They only give you a grade if you're a team.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, I get you.
Good mock draft, everybody.
Hey, nice job, guys. Did your best. Had fun. You won.
I had fun. I won.
Man, that quarterback run was like there and gone, huh?
Yep.
It's like once a position starts to go, then you have to start getting them before they're gone, especially if you're aiming for somebody. So that just makes sense. And it's fun watching the quarterbacks. It's fun seeing who goes first and who doesn't, and what team thought this player was going to be better. And it's just fun. It's a fun experience to watch, especially the quarterbacks.
Like I think you got to think
Only
offensive
one running
coordinator.
back went in that first round, right? Bijan's the only running back.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And he might not even do that. I mean, they might not be a running back taker first round. And like I said, if he's available at 27, you better believe that Bean is looking for people to come up in that first round and draft him back a little bit.
Looking at that draft, what did the linebacker go? Just the one linebacker went, right?
Just the Saints. Yep, 29.
Yep. So
They
you still
have-
have some stud linebackers there for the second round for the Bills too.
Yep.
So
Yep. And they got those 2 third-round picks that can move around, probably bump up in the second round if they wanted to.
it'll be interesting
Yeah.
to watch.
I mean, I guess it's good for the Bills that this is a quarterback-heavy draft, and there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks.
And wide receivers.
I mean, and you can move up and do whatever you want, I guess. And I wouldn't put it past Bean to do that. The thing is, though, like what Ellen's saying, man, best available. You really can still do that. I know everybody has a sense of urgency with the way that the playoffs has ended and everything, but like the team as a core is solid. Like you really can treat yourself and just go for the best available player and hopefully get that spark, get that one guy that'll put you over the edge.
So
And if
solid,
the
Swank,
Bills need
that
4 players.
the Bills are top 3 and Super Bowl favorites again this year.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's already out. So
And
Bills
if
fans,
if there's 4
just sit
positions
back
that
and
are
just
available, Jared,
enjoy it.
tackle, middle linebacker, safety, wide receiver, if any, right tackle, if any of those are available, you'd take that best player.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome show, guys. Hugs to all. Thanks, Lonnie. We got Rob. I would be ecstatic if we actually had a shot at Broderick Jones, highest ceiling of all the offensive linemen.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, we went a little over here. A little over. But, love it. Appreciate all you guys. We're going to do some final thoughts and get the hell out of here, I
Yep.
think. So
Sounds good to me.
let's go right to the remote guy, Jared Reed, for his final thoughts. What's up, buddy?
this was fun to do tonight. If you go to the Buff fan base, they're going to be doing their mock drafts too. Everyone's going to be doing their mock drafts right now. So just you watch what they're doing and see what they do. We don't know what's going on. Bean's got his own mind. He's got his own crew figuring stuff out. They traded up and got Kyer Elam last year, where we all thought they were going to go cornerback, but somewhere different. And we're glad they got Elam because he showed up to be quite the stud, and we can't wait for him to be CB number 2 this year. But just sit back, relax, enjoy the ride when the draft comes up. It's going to be a fun experience. And on Thursday, 31 individuals are going to have their dreams come true right off the bat, and we're all going to be able to witness it. And that's next Thursday. I know you guys have a show coming up Tuesday with the draft, another draft guru coming on, but I'll let Scott or Swank share that one. Glad to be talking Bills football and hanging out with all y'all. And thanks for the comments. And I can't wait to see you next week. I won't be there for the Tuesday one, but I'll be there for the Thursday one. Go Bills.
Well, it's a nice little handoff. I'll be there Tuesday, not Thursday. You'll be there Thursday, not Tuesday. Perfect. Scooter.
Dean Kindig, a fan base draft guru, will be joining us next week. We did the full 32 teams this week. Next week, we're going to go ahead and draft the Bills draft picks, all the draft picks that they have. Trades may get involved. You never know. But Dean Kindig will be joining us, which will be a fun show. And then we'll be doing a draft show on Thursday next week. Going to be a long one. Join us, crack a couple open with us, and we'll talk about the draft as it happens. Again, thanks to all that donated to the donation raffle, the Leap of Faith. Again, we're going to do that every year. So keep your eyes out for that. It'll be the inaugural, the premier opener that we'll introduce that every year. So thanks to those that donated. Love it. And can't appreciate it enough for sure. And the Tice family will definitely enjoy that. So thank you, everyone. And DM us your address for those winners. DM, and we'll get you that merchandise.
MSMPM XLR.
Joey Hatch says, you guys doing a live draft party like you did last year where you were taking phone calls and talking to everybody online? Yes, I won't be in attendance. It's my anniversary, 4 years with my beautiful wife, and we're going to celebrate that night. But these two boys are going to be there, and there'll be some Buff fan base folk hanging out, and I think RTT, and I'm sure Rob and all these guys will be hanging out and doing it just as good time. The phone call thing is not going to happen this year, just because of the way everything's got to be. But Scooter's got invitations for people to jump on with them and do all that stuff. So if we can figure something out, cool. If not, stay in the comments, man. They'll get to all your comments and all your jokes and worries and everything else you need. So hook it up. It'll be a good time, and I'm sorry that I'm missing it.
That's all right. Happy anniversary, sir.
Hey, thanks, man.
Happy anniversary, sir.
Thanks. Mike V says, great show, guys. Love the input on who everyone thinks should be picked for the first round. Go Bills. Hell yeah. Joey Hatch, Bills for life. Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks, Joey. Oh, thanks. You guys are nice. So, my final thought is that you can join us every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here for the K-Gun Report, 24/7 Buff Fandemonium. Also, the Buff Fam Network. We also got 26 shirts. Great sponsor. Amazing stuff. Go to their website. Go to our website. Check out 247buffandemonium.com. We got the best content that you can get right now in the off season. Just flowing right in to the draft, and then flowing right in to OTAs, and then flowing right into the training camp, and then preseason, and then regular season, playoffs, and then the Super Bowl. All the way there. Don't forget about the Rager that's coming up Labor Day weekend. And, man, hit us up. Anything you guys want. If you want to see something different, if you want to suggest somebody for the Leap of Faith, if you want to talk about how Scott and I have these fly hoodies that you can go to bonfire.com/247 Buff Fandemonium pick up. Do it up, man. And go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go